Ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely free. Freeworkshop.com. It is critical information if you have a senior loved one. There's some tough decisions to make, and it's a conversation you need to have, but you need to have it with a knowledgeable person. And this person happens to be Larry Weiss. Steve Langdon is here as well to cover the legal side. Elder advisors, for those who have not seen you on, Larry, first of all, welcome to Mr. Personality.
Cowboy up, John Ramsey. Just cowboy up.
Yeah, those boots. I don't know if we can get a close-up of those boots.
It is worthy of a close-up. Bring it in. Look at that. That's what made America great, baby. The Wild West.
Those are...
something.
something.
They're something.
I love them. Larry, you have got style, you've got flair, but you've got knowledge.
I do have knowledge, and this is a shout-out to the Hobbs Dude Ranch out in Lanesville, Jerry Juanita Hobbs. Hi, Jerry Juanita. They got American quarter horses out there, and I'm waiting for my invite to go riding.
I bet they gave you those boots.
Yeah. Well, you know, people, I'm loved, and sadly, Steve is tolerated. But I am loved. I'm loved. Giddy up. Giddy up.
Freeworkshop.com.
Freeworkshop.com. Don't go broke in a nursing home because you don't have to.
All right. Now, and a lot of folks think, well, you know what? I've talked to my buddy. I've got a friend who's a lawyer. But this is a very specialized field, not only on the legal side, but when it comes to protecting assets, there's a number of different moving parts that you guys, this is what your expertise is. No one does what Elder Advisors does.
No one does. Because we really have no competition, John. We are the competition. I had a family last night at 5 o'clock. And mom is in rehab right now. They're having a family care planning meeting to determine if she's going to be able to stay there or go home. And mom's 89, and they have a $150,000 investment. So the investment guy was telling them, well, I think you can just go ahead and give $75,000 to the husband, Mark, and Patricia can take the other $75,000. And I'm like, I don't know what planet he's on. Because I'm not an attorney giving legal advice, and everybody needs to stay in their lane. I'm not a stockbroker, so let him do stockbrokering stuff, because that is not going to work for Medicaid at all. So I don't know what he was talking about. Usually I hear the $15,000. I can give the $15,000 stuff. That's the inter-exclusion amount for IRS tax planning, but none of that will work for Medicaid. And the biggest problem we have at the workshops when Steve is there, and Steve is an integral part because he is Kentucky. The elder law superstar attorney for showing families how to protect assets so they don't go broke in a nursing home.
Steve, I know I have you repeat this a lot, but I do think it's important that your passion not only stems from you are a successful attorney before.
And good looking, really.
And a handsome individual.
He is.
But there was something that drew you to elder law because you had an experience. You said, I don't want anyone to go through this nightmare.
Yeah, right. Nobody needs to go through what my family went through with my brother, who, in his late 40s, going into his 50s, ended up in a nursing home from a cancer diagnosis and surgery that prolonged his life but paralyzed him from the waist down. We went to Medicaid office and talked to nursing homes and did Google searches online, and everything told me and my family that my brother had to spend down to less than $2,000 to get benefits.
Ooh,
but that's not correct.
So you found out, hey, there is a way to keep your assets.
Absolutely. My brother could have saved his house, the contents of the house, and at least half of everything else.
Now, Larry, there's one thing that we can guarantee. We're all going to grow older, so it's going to happen sooner or later. So I ask you, what is the time frame? When should people call elder advisors or go to a workshop like this? What is the time frame?
Well, the time frame is now, because at the workshop, and what's funny, I was telling Steve in the green room, and by the way, my ego took a little hit in the green room because I specifically told Garrett Moore I didn't want green M&Ms in the bowl, and there was green M&Ms. So it was a little humbling because he was sticking it to the man. And that's his way of saying, Larry, you're not that important to me.
You and Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, I know. You got the green M&Ms in there.
You got a little diva in you.
Why do you say things like that? People out there are going to believe that.
It's Kentuckians, don't go broke in a nursing home. That's what you can
Don't
believe.
go broke in a nursing home. Okay, you mentioned Medicaid.
Yeah.
You have an expert in that field as well. We have the superstar legal guy. You know that, Steve Langdon.
Elder law superstar attorney Steve Langdon.
Handsome.
Love him.
Medicaid side. How can you help us?
Medicaid side is the part where, and with the family last night was a perfect example, was they were at a particular facility, and there are a handful of facilities that don't easily transition to Medicaid. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is, Kentuckiana, they want all your money. They want you to go through your $300,000 in assets, and then at the end of 2 or 3 years, they might find a bed for you. That's very problematic because on the husband and wife working with Steve Langdon, our elder law superstar attorney, we can protect all the assets. For a single person, we can protect half the assets. But the families, the facilities have to work with us as far as how everything lines up, and sometimes they don't. I don't want to kiss and tell and give all away my secrets today. You have to come to the workshop and find out.
Yeah, but something I think is important about elder advisors, because sometimes you get in a critical situation. Hopefully you're smart enough to be proactive and do it now, but you do, because of Steve's contacts, because of your contacts, and you've been doing this for years, you can expedite the process.
And I've had to actually do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, what the great thing is with the workshops coming up, it's free information.
Yeah, and it's good news. As
Yeah,
Steve
and
said,
it's always good news.
It's good news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some people are apprehensive. You're going, okay, I don't want to attend a workshop. This is a depressing topic. Well, anyone growing older, yeah, I understand there's the downside, but also if you get good news and realize that you can hold on to mom or dad's money, then that's information I would be happy to receive.
Absolutely. You're taking care of mom and dad, getting them the best care that they can get, plus being able to save what they've worked a lifetime accumulating. Nobody wants, at the end of their life, to give all their money to the government or to the nursing home. Nobody wants to do that. So we're giving them the opportunity to be able to hold on to what mom and dad have saved over a lifetime and also take care of mom and dad. That's nothing but good news.
Okay, and so if you still remain apprehensive, perhaps it's because of the COVID and the pandemic. We understand.
It won't be my boots.
So it won't be the boots.
Right.
But tell us, there is room for social distancing, and also you guys are very, very careful here.
Yeah, and the thing is, Steve and I basically took vacation in August, but we did workshops in July in Kentucky at the Hilton Garden Inn, which is where we'll be Monday night at 6 o'clock at the at the Hilton Garden Inn Monday night. Thank you, Tammy. And Tammy's asking, what was my favorite TV show in the 70s? It was, of course, The Rockford Files, James Garner. Yeah, thank you, Tammy. So anyway, and then, of course, Tuesday morning at the Hampton Inn in Clarksville. And, you know, I'll be completely honest, attendance was down given the situation we're dealing with right now. But what's interesting is, I think, without exception, nearly everyone made appointments. And from those people that came in, nearly everyone ended up needing our services, whether it was legal service or financial service or a combination of both to strategize and protect assets. So I was quite impressed and I was quite amazed because need has no season. And, you know, we still had families. Dad fell. He's in rehab right now. They're at the hospital. Where are they going to go? Back to what I was saying. I was working with a family in New Albany 2 weeks ago, and he was at the hospital, and I was able to call because Denise used to do this. She's out. She had a little baby girl. So I'm kind of doing some of the Denise duty now. So I'm calling the facilities, getting things lined up so everything is lined up so the family can go there and transition and get benefits and protect assets so they don't go broke in the nursing home. And no one else does that. No one else does that. That's what Elder Advisors brings to the table so families don't go broke in a nursing home because you don't have to.
Yep, and having the answers gives you peace of mind, and that's why you should attend freeworkshop.com. Talk about that, Steve. Do you have folks who come in and they're distressed because they don't have answers? You know, information is power. You can give them that legal information. Speak to that a little bit.
I always ask my clients, you know, after our initial meeting, how do you feel now? And invariably, all of them say, so much better. The phrase I hear all the time is, you've just taken a huge weight off my shoulders. Yep. Yep. They're much happier, and they have a goal. They know how we're going to get there, and we work as a team. And the great thing about Elder Advisors, which really helps me in my practice, is they do a lot of hand-holding. You know, they're there for my clients to make sure that my clients are able to find the documents they need. They answer phone calls. They make calls that my clients need to be made. They're always there for them at the moment's notice. And that's the nice thing about working with my firm, with Elder Advisors.
Before we go to break here, do you recommend getting a reservation? Make sure that you have seats so that, you know, you guys want to make sure that you can stay
Absolutely.
socially
You know, go to
distant.
freeworkshop.com. They can go there now and register for either the Monday night for Kentucky or Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. at freeworkshop.com, or they can always call 855-LARRY-55. No one does what Elder Advisors does, and it's good news. And forget about all the barbershop law people are operating under, you know, like the stockbroker saying you can gift half and all this nonsense. That's not going to work. We do it the correct way. And like Steve says, we work within the rules. We don't have to do anything crazy or silly. We work within the rules, and we protect all the assets for husband and wife if one spouse goes in, or about half the assets for a single person. How much better can that be?
Yep. Elder Advisors, don't go broke in a nursing home. Don't go broke in a nursing home. We're going to take a quick break. More information for you coming up with Larry Weiss and also my friend Steve Langdon on Wave 3 Listens. We're live.
Yeah.